Well, keeping in the spirit of Youth Day, here's a few youngsters that did us proud over the past 12 months.
Slow down now, then it will be slow at 400 metres. We've seen it. This year, people are talking about James, but it's Van Nico leading at the moment. The South African now beginning to tire, or is he? He's pulling away.
He's really putting a foot down early, and Semenya moves away. Ian Sava's got no answer. Lindsay Sharp going well in the third place, but it's
Well, in the spirit of Youth Day, we are joined by youth athlete Chaneli Olkers with her coach Wim Pinel just to discuss a very exciting trip to Germany. Coach and athlete, welcome to the show.
Thanks you so much for joining us.
Well, let's start with you, Coach. Late last year, I bumped into you in the airport. You were from Jamaica, from the sprinting camp. Just give us, what you learned on the trip and what you're hoping to give off to your athletes come Germany.
Yeah, that was a special occasion that I had the opportunity to go to. The main thing that I've learned that the Jamaicans do, they giving a lot of attention to detail. And Sean-Lee can tell you how many of those components that I brought back from Jamaica have I done with them. Just to concentrate on their proper running technique and all the other special stuff that we've learned there. And yeah, I think that's the main thing, proper doing the technique of running properly.
Chaneli, your first trip to be competitive overseas, are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. I can't believe that Munya arranged this trip for us. Yeah. Our athletes are very excited and very privileged to go.
And what are you expecting to get out of this trip?
I'm expecting to run a PB against the good European athletes. So a good PB will be great for me.
Coach, you and Chaneli, how long have you been together, and has this been a long time coming?
Yes, I've started coaching her when she was 9 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's nice it's nice to see the athlete that she became.
Is she living up to the expectation that she showed or promised as a youngster?
No, definitely. I think she was very unlucky with some of the meetings that she ran. I think she's got a very. I rate her very highly, yeah. And I think the best for her is still to come.
Yeah. Shane, you've been in athletics for what, 8 years,
yeah.
As you've just confessed now. Have you always wanted to be, a track athlete, or is it because of now with this whole wave of new athletes, your Wenda Niles of this world, your Akani Simbines and your, Wade van Niekerk coming through?
Actually, from little on, I wanted to be an athlete, but not a high-end athlete. But now on seeing all these people and doing so good and being South African, it means a lot to me. So I really do want to become a great athlete one day.
And how stiff is the competition in your training group?
In my training group, one of my stiffest competition is actually my best friend in training. So that's good to train with her and to learn it from each other's faults and to teach each other. And so that's great. Yeah.
Coach, could you just unpack and, give us some light on, this trip to Germany, what it entails, what it's all about, and what it would mean for the athletes?
See, after the South African Championships that Sean-Lee mentioned, I was very lucky with my 3 athletes. They came first, second, and third with the 100-meter hurdles. And I spoke to Munya and told him we need to, because they were in for selection for the World Youth Championship that's been held at Nairobi. Mm. But the problem with South Africa, with the season in the Southern Hemisphere, is from October up until April. Mm. There's not any proper competitions for the local athletes to meet themselves against the best that the European athletes can be. And then he started organizing with the Germans to see which meetings that he can arrange with it, just to give their athletes just another chance to compete against the best in the world.
Yeah,
How many athletes are going through?
3.
At this stage, there's 3 athletes going through, 2 of mine, and then the other one is from Petersburg.
But how important is it for South Africans to go overseas and, you know, measure themselves against the best of the best in order for them one day when they're all grown up to be able to compete on a global stage?
See, I think the main thing is the lack of exposure that our athletes is getting. Everybody's expecting that our athletes need to be doing good at the Olympics, at the World Champs, at the World Juniors, World Youth. But they're only competing against the local athletes. And when they're getting into a major competition, the thing I found is how they're reacting to the pressure and the pressures of the competition. And
so it's more psychological.
Yeah.
much more psychological. You can see with the World Championships this year that a lot of our athletes, they're not going to run their personal best at the World Championships. And what I'm focusing is that my athletes must speak on the right competition. And in this case, they need to be at their best with the competitions that they're going to run now in Germany.
Shanae, you, since you found out that you will be competing in Germany, have you changed your diet? Are you sleeping early? What are the kind of funny things you're doing at home to make sure you do well?
Well, I'm
overseas?
sleeping a lot more, but with the exams, I'm sleeping a lot less now. But eating just normal and training hard and just psychology, just getting your head right and getting in the game again and getting focused and getting into the training part, but not the training for just winter, but training for a competition is just a little bit different.
I see you guys have been laughing most of the interview, but how tough is Coach Vimpinel in training?
I won't tell any secrets. What happens in practice stays in practice. No.
Coach, you know, having youngsters like this who are hungry for the sport, you know, 10 years back, it was a struggle to get kids on the track because other sports were attracting. Is this giving you a good feeling, you know, a warm, fuzzy feeling inside to say athletics is finally alive?
Yeah, and definitely, especially this season, with all, if you see the action that happened at the National Senior Championships, I've always thought our Junior Championships was this, we've got brilliant athletes in South Africa. What we're struggling in South Africa is to get the talented athletes that they must still go on and become senior athletes. And that is my main purpose as a coach.
Bridging that gap.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier for the kids competing when they're in school because they're very structured. Mom and dad is looking after them. They go from school to the coaching and everything. Afterwards, it's
self-discipline.
The self-discipline of the athletes. It would be just a lot nicer to see the talented kids that they doesn't disappear.
Just keeping them in the system.
That's the main thing that we need to do in South Africa. The athletic season showed that we can compete with the Jamaicans, the Americans, what Akani Simbini is achieving at the moment, what Wade van Niekerk is doing. We've got 2 of the best athletes in the world competing at the moment.
Shaneli, you? At home, is anybody else an athlete or is this all you?
No, I'm the only one at home who's an athlete. And actually my sister's more into the cultural thing and my mom is a businesswoman and my dad's also a businesswoman, so I'm the only athlete.
But how did you get into it? Did you just wake up one day and, you know, take to the fields or how did this happen?
In primary school I ran just for fun and then I found just like this hunger for winning and this hunger for training and just running, and that kept me going from grade 1 actually till now.
And how supportive is your family towards you?
Very supportive. They support me in everything, psychology and the training and eating well and They're very supportive.
So mommy better get you a new wardrobe come Germany.
Need to buy me a whole new wardrobe. But luckily it's summer over there, so I need to pack a lot less than when it's winter.
And coach, for you personally, what are you looking to get out from the Germany trip?
I want my athletes to do proper.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that I want to, that they must get the exposure, and then I'm going to get a lot of feedback on what can still be done to get them in better shape for races in time coming.
And as a coach, how important is it to be able to balance the fun factor and the serious stuff when it comes to training?
I think it's very, very important. I think the main thing to be a good coach is you need to know your athletes, you need to love your athletes, and you need to to see what they acquire at that point, because there's a lot of time where I will say to them, okay, that's enough. You're not doing. You're not going to train today, or take the next 2 days off. Concentrate on your exams. But you need to manage the time that's available for them. And there's certain times, certain stages in the season where I'm not going to leave one session out, but where they're now peaking at this stage to get rest for 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it's much better for them than a proper training session.
Shanley, in Germany, are you going to be participating in the 100 and the hurdles, or are you just doing the hurdles?
Yes, the first meeting I'm doing the 100-meter hurdles and the 100-meter sprints, and then the second meeting, the junior one, I'm only doing the 100 meters.
Oh, is it? So now you're going to be competing with the big girls now.
Yeah, going to compete with the junior girls.
Lastly, from me, when I was watching the Usain Bolt documentary, I Am Bolt, I realized that most of the athletes who are under Coach Mills regard Coach Mills as a father figure. Do you guys have the kind of same feeling vibe about Coach Wimpy now?
Yes, we really do have a great relationship, and we're very open and honest with each other, and we support each other, and he supports me a lot, not only with athletics but in life as well.
Okay, just to wrap things up, guys, I just want you to tell us what your goals are for the German trip, and coach, just to, words of inspiration to future kids who want to be part of athletics, and just to let us know what athletics means to you and you guys taking it forward.
Yeah, in Germany, I really do hope to run a PB and to have a good end to my season, and just run well and have fun. Yeah.
And from you, coach?
Yeah, from my side, I think we can't thank Munya from Worldwide Scholarships enough for this opportunity that is created, basically. But it's very important for kids that they must do what they love. If they don't love athletics and track and field, they mustn't do it. But if they love it, then they must go full out for it. And the main thing that athletics is have taught me in life is basically how your day-to-day work schedule is. You don't always get great days at the office, but athletics teaching the kids a lot how to handle all those stuff when it's not going that well for them.
Guys, unfortunately, we are out of time. And hopefully when you come back from Germany, you'll stop by our studios and just let us know how it went.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
this.
a lot.
Well, that's all the sport we've got for you right here on Game On. Catch us again on Monday, same time, same place. Good night.